Chandavian, just kind of take me through the OV. What did you enjoy about it?
I mean, pretty much everything. I know that home is home, and I was glad just be back. We pretty much, since I've already been here multiple times, they didn't have me tour as much. So we did more fun stuff. Went bowling with Jack. I got to see Jack in the morning during practice when I first came in. So, I mean, everything this weekend was more just about having fun and being able to do a little bit more than just doing the typical tours and seeing campus and seeing the facilities.
You're not going to be one of the midterm enrollees. At this point, are you kind of wishing you were? I mean, you just kind of get this little sample taste?
I really do wish I was going to be able to early enroll, but, I mean, I have family and I have a whole school that I wanted to be there for the entire year, and I'm glad I made the decision to not early enroll.
Has recruiting been quiet for you down the stretch? Have any other teams, been kind of trying to get you to take visits or anything here lately, or has it all been pretty quiet for the most part?
It's been quiet for the most part. I know Coach Shad, I think he's going up to Colorado now with Coach Prime. He coached at Jackson State with him. They had been he had texted me, and I had already told him I'm locked in. I'm going to stay here. So. But for the most part, other than that, it's been pretty quiet. I still talk to Notre Dame, but that's just more based out of me being good friend or good being close to one of the coaches that's out there.
When you talk to the coaches this weekend, do they kind of give you kind of like, hey, since you're not an early enrollee, here's some things we want you to work on. Once you kind of get past basketball season, as far as throwing the weight on, that type of stuff.
Coach Gardner, every single time that we went out to eat or did something where there was food, he was like, you better be eating, you better be getting your plates in. And of course, I mean, knowing me, I know how I eat. I had 2 or 3 plates each time. So,
I guess, was there anything you wanted to see this weekend? Like you said, you've pretty much seen all the stuff as far as touring campus and all that. Was there anything you need to learn about just what's going to be expected when you get here or anything like that?
Not really anything that was expected or anything I needed to learn. I was more focused on being able to be home and be able to have a good time with everybody that's here. Knoxville's a special place, and that's one of the main reasons why I chose to come here. But I know that I'm going to be having talks today with some of the coaches about different stuff. So
you've been so locked in for so long. What was it, looking back, that, was there a moment in time where you're like, Tennessee just feels right?
Literally the moment that I stepped foot here in May. The Rocky Topalooza really showed me how much of a family and everything they are. The only other place where I know I felt kind of like at peace with myself and at home was Lawrence, Kansas, and that's because I grew up in that area around there, and I grew up a KU fan. But when I got here, it was that, but like 100 times more.
I guess as far as your decision being made before the season, I mean, you kind of had the sense that the program is maybe moving in the right direction, but to see their season go the way it did, did that sort of just reaffirm that you made the right choice, or what did it do for you to see them go 10-2?
The moment that because I went to the Alabama game this year too. The moment that field goal went through the uprights, I was like, yeah, they're serious. And to know that was only Coach Hype's second year as a coach at Tennessee. I mean, them being a 3-win team before he came to them now being a top 5 team, should be top 5 team in the nation, and knowing we have a really good shot next year of making playoffs. I knew I could take him serious. I could be one of the factors that will help us get to that championship level.
You mentioned Coach Garner wanting you to get bigger. What have the football discussions been with them just lately or this weekend about what they see for you, what opportunity there is for you next year, all that kind of stuff?
It's pretty much going to be the same thing. More of an outside linebacker role, to where I will drop whenever I need to, but mainly rushing and stuff like that. It's more just been about putting on weight and getting in the gym and lifting and stuff, which has been pretty easy for me in recent past. So I know I can put on the weight that I need to before I get here.
I was going to ask you about hanging out with Jack too. I know he was one of the guys that recruited you to be here in the beginning and everything. What was it like hanging out with him this weekend, and how close is he still the closest relationship you have in this class?
So we all have a group chat, so we're all like fairly close to each other. I think I talk to Jack, Caleb, and Nathan Leacock the most. But like every single time that I see Jack, I already know, like, it's instant smiles to the face, because we know, like, it's either we're gonna say something that make each other laugh, or we're gonna have something serious, or like the photos where we're having fun with each other. It's just gonna be, it's one of those times, and I know that I enjoy being around Jack a lot. So.